This video will explain to you what your independent research project is. The details are on the tasks page of the Dare to Be Yourself website. Remember, this is the link to where everything is, but the independent research project is under assignments. On the assignments page there is the big questions that we're thinking about, along with the different assessment focus that we're looking at for reading and writing. All of the information for your unit assignments are in here too. Independent research project is at the bottom. First we'll look at the task sheet, which explains what you need to do. So this is building on the learning that you did in the Octopus's Garden. So your assignment is to decide on a research topic and do your own research. And you can present this research in a way that you choose. So you have to choose your topic and your question. There's some ideas here. You can come up with your own if you want to, but they have to still explore the main themes of conformity, individuality, tolerance and prejudice. So some of the projects I've thought of are What's in a Name, which is looking at the meaning behind names. You could interview your parents about why they chose your name. You can find out what your name means. You could maybe interview other people. Look at famous people, are they like their name, anything like that. You could do a project about the Sonoran Desert, which is in Arizona, where the book is set. You could look at learner culture, have a look and do some research on uniform. Look at people who've made a difference to the world. How different were they? Did they follow the rules or did they be their own selves? And again, this is similar. Is it better to follow the crowd or pursue your own individuality? So you can do some research along that. Looking at how we're all different but we're all the same. Looking into tolerance and prejudice. And looking at karma. So, the next thing you need to do is complete the independent research plan. So you'll fill this out with make a copy obviously, but then fill it out with your name, the unit questions and the date. Think about the topic, think about the questions you want to think about, what is it that you want to find out, and this will help you come up with your final research question. This is to help you decide how to do your research. So you can choose one of these, you choose one from this column. So you can choose to work alone, you can choose to work with a partner, or you can choose to work as a small group. If you choose to work with a partner or in a small group, maximum of 4 people, then you can do your research together, but you must make a final product or write a final process report yourself. So you're going to research by doing as many of these as you need to. So reading, thinking, exploring, discussing, experimenting. As many as you need to answer your research question. You must use at least 3 different sources from here. So you mustn't just rely on the internet. Now you can present this in a report. So if you want to write a research report just like we did in the Octopus's Garden, have a look back at that learning and present your report in that way. So you're writing a report like an essay. If you want to do something a bit more creative from one of these lists, then you can too. If you choose one of these to present your findings, however, you will still have to write a process report to explain it as well. So we have a look at the rubric. This is how you'll be marked. Okay, so you need to have make a copy and put your name and your personal targets here. Okay. Now, make sure you keep track of all your sources as you go along. So your sources are going to come from this here. Remember, at least 3. So keep a track as you go along because it's really difficult to do it at the end. You can use EasyBib. EasyBib will help you. So you just put the website in here and do cite this and it'll tell you. So if it's a website, a book, a newspaper, and there's 59 different things that you can cite. So use EasyBib, it's really helpful. Okay, so remember we're looking at how we evaluate, use evidence, make notes, interpret, and think about what the writer is trying to make us think or feel. So there all is a list of what you must do. Have a clear research question. Include the topic and the research question. Use at least 3 different types of sources. Include references. Have an introduction, research, an analysis and a conclusion if you're writing the report, and use a logical, clear structure. So that's building on skills you already have. Deadlines here, I've put a couple in, but we'll work through these 3 together about how long you think each part will take. But the final draft needs to be in on the 2nd of June. So you've got quite a while, which means that you can do some really good research and make a really good project. Okay, so if you don't want to do the written report and you want to choose to do one of the, one of these, so you want to make a photo essay or a storyboard or do a presentation, if you want to do one of these other than this written report, then you also need to write a process report. And a process report just explains the process that you went through to make your final outcome. So I've made you a guide here. So this is what your process report will look like, and there's a template attached to the page. So you'll put an image on the front cover and remove this writing, and you'll put your name here. You'll keep these blue headings and you'll have a look at the information, and you'll replace all of this and the boxes with paragraphs. So you have your research question, just like we did with the Octopus's Garden. Then you're going to explain the project, explain your topic, and explain how you made your decisions, and then evaluate on what you would do differently. And then your references come at the end, just like the report. Here's an example that I've made to help you again. So using the template, see, I've taken out the writing and I've actually put in an image, and I've made a caption. I've put my name in and taken out your name. I've kept the subheadings, but I've taken out the boxes and replaced them with writing. And I've put some sentence starters to help you in case you get stuck, but remember to replace all the little dots with your own ideas. I put I or we in case you were working as a group. So if you were working as a group, you could put we, but you must write your own report. Even if the 4 of you make a video, you must write your own report so I can see your own writing. And then I've given you an example of the reference. This is a reference for the image that I've used. There's a link there again to EasyBib to help you. Some examples of how to create a website, cite a website, sorry, how to cite a book. And then if you click on here, it takes you to a link of how a reference list should look. So this is what your list should look like. So have a look, the first line, and then we are indented for second and subsequent lines. Finally, the templates are at the bottom. So the original one was created on Pages. So you click on here to download it, and it'll download to so you can actually use it. If you prefer to use Word, then you can download that one, and then you can save that for if you open it. So this is the Pages, the original one. Then it'll be your version, and you can make the changes that you need to make to write your process report. Good luck with your independent research project.